Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know, but I can tell you this: that young man tonight took that baseball, and it was fun to watch. I mean, executing multiple pitches in the strike zone. You look at it, and how do you, it's always, people always ask, how do you rack up strikeouts, right? I've been asked that question a lot, and you're around the zone, and then you're able to command pitches and move them, to the out of the zone and start in the zone. And Colton did a phenomenal job. I mean, you look, the cutter, the slider, the fastball. There were a few good change-ups, and then even dumped a couple 12-6s in there. He had it working tonight. He's been working really hard. You think about it, he really went 12 strikeouts, no walks. The one walk was intentional. So can't say enough about the job he did tonight. That was huge.
He said he told you he was going back out in the 8th inning.
He did. He came. And, when they're like that, and we have a lot of metrics that I don't talk a lot about, and I won't get into that. But, everything we had, he had a few more innings. And the great thing about that was, he was still commanding the ball, and that's huge. So just looking at that, we felt comfortable. When he came back to me, he said, I'm going one more. I said, you got it. You can have it.
This was a desperate team you guys were playing tonight, but yet y'all's focused. But that aspect of it, determined the way you guys come out and play this game today.
Yeah, it's still just baseball. It's like I tell people all the time. I mean, you gotta. It doesn't matter who you're playing, what the emotions are. Our game, is a little different. It's one pitch at a time. You got to focus. You can't give away at bats. You can't give away pitches. In the strike zone. Base runners, everything, and we're doing a really good job of that right now. And we need to continue it tomorrow because they're going to be desperate again tomorrow. And for us, I try to tell our guys that the panic button is something you can't ever hit, no matter what situation you're in. That usually when people, buttons hit a little bit, some guys get out of their comfort zone. So we're just going to come out tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Leighton Finley's going to throw the first pitch at 1, and we're going to start right there.
Dylan Carter has not had an at-bat since April 5th. It comes out today, hit 2 home runs for you to help with offense.
We run a lot of models and metrics, as you guys know, and the model was screaming Sebastian and Dylan today because, I even had some people go, wow, Charlie at first now. Well, no, I mean, we're trying to get the bats in there that we think can get us off to a good start against a really good club. And so, especially against their starter tonight, it was screaming at us to play Carter and Murillo. And they obviously didn't get them all off the starter, but both of them had 2 hits. And you look at what they did, it was a lot of fun.
What do you make of, just the offense continuing to produce like they have? You didn't get 10 runs today, but you got 9.
Yeah, you look, and I haven't totaled it up. I can't tell you how many times Corey Collins, Charlie Condon, and Trey Phelps were on base tonight. It was obviously into the double digits. When those guys are on base, man, you guys know this. Like I tell guys, our pitchers when you start to look at walks, right? Everybody lifts weights, everybody practices, and everybody takes BP, and we play with an aluminum bat. Guys on base, you're eventually going to get a pitch and be able to get an aluminum bat on it and dump it in somewhere. And we've been fortunate enough to do that because we've had a lot of guys on base.
Colton